Packaging, really, the most common use case for this is, say you're an adventure company, you do like zip lining and rafting, and you want to give a 5% discount. It works perfectly for that, but I also like to promote packaging as a feature just to make your checkout flow quicker and easier for customers, because the quicker they get to your checkout, click book now, the more likely they are to make a booking. So with the packaging functionality, there's a few different use cases I wanted to cover. And one of them I like to call is multi-pack. It doesn't really make a lot of sense until you see it in action. But basically what that is say here I have this 1-day surf lesson. You can use this for any scenario where you want customers to choose multiple dates and multiple times at a time. Here I have one surf lesson, but I also want to create a pack for a 3-day surf lesson. So my customer, basically to make it a bit more sense, they go onto my website, they see my surf lesson here, but instead of them having to go through and add this 3 times to the cart, I want them to get down here, they'll see my 3-day surf pack. And from this view, they just add however many people are on the lesson and then choose their date and their time, and they just choose this 3 times. Now, I haven't added any restrictions. You can add restrictions to control when your customers can make these kind of packages as well, but I haven't added any here. But it's just really nice. So you have this one inventory and it's just basically put into a package 3 times. It's really simple to set up, but it's just a nice way for any time you want to make your checkout flow nice and easy. You have multiple dates and times. The other use case for packaging is transportation. So in this use case, I'm going to use ferries, but a lot of times this can be used for like airport transportation, any kind of shuttle bus you have. We have some like limousine services, basically anything that you have a one-way or a return ticket. I have 2 inventories set up here. So I have a one-way from English Bay to Granville Island, and then Granville Island back to English Bay. So how this basically works, the packaging feature combines these one-ways into a return ticket. So again, to explain kind of how that works, is instead of your customers having to go down, book a ticket from English Bay to Granville Island, and then another one, they have to go back to the start and do Granville Island to English Bay, they can simply go in here, click return ferries, and then go down here, add 2 people, and then they just choose their date and time. Now, I have added the restrictions I was talking about to this one. So in my use case here, I want whoever books for 8 a.m. on the 18th of July, I want them to have to return later on in that day. So I've added a restriction from the 18th. They have to go 5 hours after their previous trip. So they can't get a ticket for 8 a.m. and then return at 8:30. They have to spend some time on the island. And you can do this in a couple of other ways. So a lot of customers actually use this in that if you book for the 18th, you can't book your return until the 19th. So you have to stay overnight, stay on the island. So there's just a couple of different use cases, but this is just to kind of show you the restrictions that you can put in play. You can then add to the order. And one key thing I want to point out for packaging is you don't have to add a discount. So you'll notice here, if I go into my package for my ferry, as I said, the most common use case is to give like a 5% discount if you want to upsell some more tours. You can just put in 0% here. And this just means it's a nice, quick, easy checkout flow for your customers to get straight through the process instead of having to go through and add more to their booking. So I haven't added any discount. It's just a quick, easy flow for them.